Hey everybody, off the top rope here off the Mike Sports Network. For those of you who come here for my wrestling content, I've been saying this for so long. AEW is an unserious company. Because listen, okay, so a couple things. Collision happened on Saturday, right after NBA playoff coverage. And so it was a pre-taped episode, and so they immediately go into Swerve Strickland cutting a promo, but it's immediately interrupted by the Young Bucks. And it goes immediately into a match where Swerve Strickland goes 4.5, 5 minutes with Blake Christian, Vanilla Baby, the ex of Cora Jade. Cora Jade's run through boyfriends, that's a separate issue. But the point is here, okay, so your bright idea of a big lead-in is to bring in two guys who nobody cares about in the Young Bucks. And Swerve Strickland is great. As great as that is, it's like, yeah, that's a good idea to expose it. Also, what the fuck is Swerve Strickland doing in a freaking 5-minute match with Blake Christian? This guy was challenging for the world title like 4 weeks ago. What are we doing? The fuck are we doing, man? This guy was challenging for the world championship literally 3 weeks ago. It's unbelievable to me how unserious this company is. And then, Kenny Omega comes out for, to save Swerve Strickland after the whole schmaz after this match. And again, Tony Khan's obsession with all-star tag matches is just baffling to me. But listen this off to you guys for what's going to happen on Wednesday on Dynamite. So we have 8-man tag, Kenny Omega, Mark Briscoe, Speedball Mike Bailey, and Kevin Knight taking on Kazuchika Okada, Ricochet, and the Young Bucks. There is so much wrong with this. It's not even funny. So much wrong with this. Literally, what you did is you took two matches that you did last week, threw them in a tag match, and then you literally added Kazuchika Okada and Kenny Omega. Why those two are in this match and why you're having those two guys in a random 8-man tag on free television when you're literally 2.5, 3 months away from All In, when that's clearly going to be the match. It's just that you're bored or you're unserious or you're just lazy or all three. Like this is not smart whatsoever. Why can't this company just build feuds without using wrestling matches? Because what good does it accomplish that you're going to have Okada and Omega feuding and facing off with each other in this 8-man tag? You in a perfect world, you would probably want them to just tell a story and give us more information. We all know what their history is, but why throw them and make them be in this 8-man tag? And then at the same point, you're literally throwing together. Literally, Speedball and Kevin Knight were facing the Young Bucks last week, and Ricochet was facing Mark Briscoe last week. So you just toss that in. Dude, this is literally something you can make it a video game. That's how lazy this is. And that's getting thrown on a random Dynamite? And it's an all-star. It's an all-star. What is Tony Khan's obsession with this shit? Right? And then, you get a huge lead-in from the NBA playoffs, and your solution is, hey, we're going to put Swerve Strickland out there, but then, hey, Young Bucks are going to run it, and then we're going to have Swerve Strickland compete in street clothes against Vanilla Baby Blake Christian, who has literally been on television so many times in the last week. In the last month, it's been ridiculous. Blake Christian is literally like almost every other guy in that company. You do a bunch of cool moves. You can flip around, move fast, and you're not really very much of a promo guy. This company is not serious. They are an unserious wrestling promotion. And there are a lot of faults with WWE, don't get me wrong. They've got their hand in the cookie jar in terms of wanting to make and peel every cent out of their their fan base, but at least they're white hot and they're telling at least compelling and good stories and having up to par wrestling. But it's just there's a reason why nobody tunes into Collision, because this is the type of stuff you're getting every single week. And then you have a huge lead-in coming off of a playoff game. The NBA playoffs, by the way, a great finish between the Clippers and the Nuggets, one of the most insane endings I've ever. And then, like I said, you bring on people that nobody's going to give a shit about. Wouldn't you want to put your top-level guys in position to do that? And also, why is Swerve Strickland facing a guy that he should easily be able to beat? I mean, yeah, it went at 5 minutes, but Blake Christian got some decent offense in there. Why? I don't know. I really don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. And then you schedule this 8-man tag, which is basically 2 matches that you had last week, plus one of your biggest feuds for All In, literally 2.5 months out, and you're literally just throwing Kenny Omega and Kazuchika Okada into the match just because. It's unserious. It's basically like Tony Khan is running this place like he is a fucking mark. And I've said that for months, and everybody gets mad at me for that. But you cannot look at what transpired on Collision and then the booking of this 8-man tag and tell me that this company is serious. Because if you were a smart and savvy business person in wrestling, you wouldn't be throwing Kenny Omega and Kazuchika Okada into a random 8-man tag at the end of April when you have 2.5 months to build to your big old payoff match between those two men, which is going to be great, but it's also going to be the 7th time we've seen this match. So it's like, whatever. It's wild to me that they've done it. They did another all-star tag last week with Will Ospreay was involved in it. It's like, or all-star tag. It's like, why does this always have to happen? It's just unserious shit. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.